Again, we are better than AI.
That's right.
Yes.
Don't forget it.
You are better than AI.
You are.
If time traveling cruises were a thing,
What would be a great new minor league baseball team?
if you could have any movie father.
Do you believe in miracles?
Whoa!
Do you guys know the temperature of a Slurpee?
No, they don't eat metal.
They can eat metal.
Welcome to Questions and Absurdities, the podcast where we ask questions and answer them absurdly. Yes, I'm your host, Jordan, and I'm here with Duncan, Ryan, Christi. Welcome back on the podcast.
Thank you.
Good to have you. And, happy homecoming.
Yeah.
I think
Happy
it's the
homecoming.
fall. People are enjoying, homecoming.
They're going to dances.
They're going to dances. They're
Doing homecoming things.
Coming home.
coming home.
They're making
Good for you. Coming
Floats.
home.
Congrats.
Just visit your mom. Visit
Yep.
your dad.
Give him a hug.
Going back to school. All the things. And they're making floats.
love it.
Lots of floats.
Yeah, that's where our question comes in today. So batten down the hatches and don those creative caps.
Or those creative homecoming crown, king and queen crown.
King
and queen crown.
King
Crown.
queen
King Clown.
Do it.
Because there's a storm coming.
What kind of storm?
A brainstorm.
It's a brainstorm!
What would be on your homecoming float if money was not an option? That is our question today. So, homecoming float, what's it look like? What are you putting on it? And we're going to start with Christi over here.
All right.
Before you answer, wait. I did wonder when we asked this question if anybody actually has ever done this in real life, that money was no option and they just did something epic. I really
feel
do.
like
I did wonder that.
Some people
There's got to be somebody.
in like the
Somebody.
Macy's Days parade or something.
Sure.
They would do something.
Money was no
like
option.
it's just
Some
like-
rich neighborhood
Okay, sorry, I just had to
in
ask.
California.
I had to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for homecoming though, probably not.
All right.
True.
It's homecoming. It is still kind of hot outside oftentimes.
Pretty true,
And
yeah.
I think something that we neglect to acknowledge is sometimes it's just a little too hot. And you're on a float and you're either walking or you're standing for a really long time, smiling, waving, and you just get really tired, right?
Yeah.
So why not make your float functional and be something you can relax on while also like driving through the streets, right?
Right.
So on my float, there is a lazy river.
What?
It just kind of snakes through on the back of a float. But not only that,
Of two semi-trucks.
two semi-trucks, and not only that,
Big float.
but there's a root beer stand on said float so that you can drink a float while floating on a float. And you may be thinking
Yeah.
that that would cost a lot of money and a lot of gas. Well, not money, but it would take a lot of gas, which would ultimately be really harmful to the environment, right?
That was my first thought.
Not on this float.
No.
Because money is no object, we actually funded the finalization of a water power engine. And so with that, this lazy river and the engine feed each other. So the lazy river
Just a
feeds
really
the engine.
slow engine.
Renewable
Really
energy.
slow engine.
Well, floats are
but
slow anyway.
exactly.
That's
You're
true.
not trying to get anywhere quickly. You're
No.
just floating.
It's true.
You're drinking a float while floating on a float.
Okay.
That's powered by the water that's on the float.
That's good.
Simple as that.
Preach.
Floats on floats on floats. I love
Crazy,
it.
bro.
There it is.
I like it. I like it. 4 ducks.
Nice work. Good job.
That's such a
Well-
big float.
Yeah,
Well,
really
Large
well
float.
said.
I tried.
Or a short lazy river.
Right,
Like,
right.
Real short.
Very
or
short.
Big float.
I spent a considerable amount of time today trying to get AI to build me an image, and it just
wouldn't
couldn't.
work.
It couldn't understand what I was
okay.
doing. It just didn't get it.
I tried to.
It kept putting a semi next to a lazy river. It was close, but didn't quite get
The
it.
pitfalls of AI.
Do you have any of
tried.
those photos?
Yeah, oh my goodness.
On my laptop in my car, I do.
Maybe we'll show some.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe
one.
one.
Just find
Yeah,
me
yeah.
one.
Okay.
This is why AI is not creative as a human being.
That's right.
true.
That's right.
You're more
Humans
creative.
are more creative.
Sorry.
Okay.
Whoa,
Ryan,
whoa.
Ryan, we're gonna go with Ryan. What do you got?
So,
He said, Duncan, you're too crazy.
So, as I said just 5 seconds ago, humans are creative. In the rare instance of that creativity being so creative that another human somehow taps into that creativity, that may have just happened. Because there's a lot of things that I could put on a float, but there are a lot of things that Christi just said. So
Same
way.
question,
No
same
way.
answer.
No way.
So what I had,
This is the first time it's ever happened.
and
to
this
Q&A.
is
Just
my
saying.
nightmare. The homecoming float.
making it up.
There are a few.
He's making it up on the spot.
No. I'm not going there.
Copyright.
I'm actually gonna just pitch my float
Okay.
Wow.
because it's an awesome float, and I have no problems with that. My float is slightly different though, because we are in a hot air balloon,
Wow.
3 inches above the ground,
Okay.
because we are
Okay.
floating in air
Yep.
You got it.
with a root beer lazy river
Whoa.
with a big Willy Wonka style ice cream mountain in the center.
Wow. That's quite the hot air balloon.
With a float by Switchfoot
Oh,
playing in the
wow.
background.
You gotta theme
Okay.
that. You
Yeah.
gotta
It's
theme
Wow.
that.
a song
Yeah.
float, or the other float song that's like "We all float on."
Yeah,
you know that
yeah,
one.
yep,
I forget the artist on that one.
No.
Anyway, the float has to be in the title of these songs.
You could also do like the Up soundtrack.
And
Okay.
for whatever reason, I want Joey Chestnut eating hot dogs on it.
You gotta.
That's
That's not float related.
that's not float related, but it is something I want.
Because I was just
I
wondering.
Money's
want,
not an
I
option.
want desperately on my
Money's
float.
Wow.
no
Object.
it's
No object.
So
That's
You can do
right.
whatever you want.
yeah,
Yes,
he
So,
can show up for that.
Christi, I, like you, tried to say to AI, build me a root beer float
Wow.
balloon, and it could not.
It couldn't.
Evidenced by some photos.
That you may or may not show.
This doesn't even
Get close.
get close to what I envisioned.
Especially not the Joey Chestnut. You're not gonna be able to put Joey Chestnut in the photo.
What you pitched, I have a very specific image
Yeah.
for.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
right.
want.
Yeah.
I can see it.
We all can picture that.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
something innate in us wants to float
Yep.
on a float.
Yep.
Yep.
With float
With
items.
floats.
Yeah.
It's funny because you and you
On floaties.
have
Yeah,
both
right.
described this amazing float experience. It's amazing. It's really the top tier of all floating desires.
I think something happened. That was
And it's
just
exactly
like
what I said. Too. Almost to a T.
No way.
Like we wrote the answers together. But the difference is that I'm going to make something up new on the spot. I have an idea.
Wow.
No.
After you're done.
No, go ahead.
I just had to
I'm
say,
done.
it's crazy. Like, I answered
He
the
needs
same
the
thing.
ducks.
Okay, wait, so you answered the same
I
thing.
answered the same
So
thing.
everybody at this table
Wants
wanted
to
to float on a float
with root beer
with
float
root
item.
beer floats items.
Yes.
It
yes.
sounds like we need some root beer floats.
So,
But I have a
This is
secondary
amazing.
option.
hold on.
No,
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 I
I-
think we can stick with this.
I want you to pitch your option.
Yeah, I wanna
but
hear
I
it.
also want ducks first.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want-
Fair
okay,
enough.
okay. Well, 4 ducks. I
Thank you.
I
Thank
can't,
you.
I
Thank
can't
you.
take them away.
It's a good answer.
Yes, it is.
It's a great answer.
You
Creative.
did answer, Steve.
Yes.
you did have the hot air balloon,
I
That's
did.
true.
which is
There
another.
were
And the Candy
different-
Mountain.
Yeah.
It was ice cream mountain because the
Oh,
whole
sorry,
thing is
sorry.
a float
Right.
as
Oh,
you're
it's a-
floating.
it's
Lazy River
Right.
root beer.
How large is the
large
It's a
scale
very,
balloon?
very
Yeah,
real
we need a
big.
lot
It's
of
real-
hot air
It's
for
Mr.
that.
Beast size.
It's
Wow.
very big,
All right.
like
float.
football field size.
Wow.
Got it.
a
That's
large
really
float.
big. That's really
Again,
big.
AI could not deliver.
Again, we are better than AI.
That's right.
Yes.
Don't forget
you
it.
are
You-
better than AI.
You are. You are.
Okay, Duncan.
So it's interesting because I only changed a couple small tweaks, but it was the exact same pitch. But the thing that I want to do that's like the one last addition to
Yes,
these floats.
please add.
So it's still a float with a body of water with floating ability.
Wow.
It's also got root beer floats. It's got other,
Floaties.
Just building on everybody else's
It's got
ideas.
bubble
Yep.
machines
Love
on it
it.
with floating bubbles all around
Wow.
the space.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yes.
the other thing I want to add is I don't want to be the only one floating on these floats. There's people watching. I want them to float too. I want them to
Wow.
float too.
Everybody's
And so
floating.
how I'm going to do this is I'm going to purchase and create a multi-layered water jet engine, which it kind of came from the water reusable cycle.
Right.
But we have enough water on this rig to shoot out underneath all participants where they have floats to float while watching the float.
Couldn't it just be on a lake?
Or a river.
No, it can't be on a
A
lake.
river. This is a river parade.
Like, you know, like when you're
parade.
behind a boat, you like wakeboard and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you can like hit,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
surf in it.
I almost think of like a wave pool. Like the crowd is the people in the wave
Exactly,
pool.
but we're going to
Floating.
create the wave pool as we move because it still has to be afloat.
Right.
So here's the thing, though.
Yeah, it's floating.
Well, I was going to end my pitch by saying, I want the float to float while people are floating on the float with floats, while the bubbles are floating, while everyone else is watching the float, while they float on the floats that they float on. That's what I was going to say.
Got it.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I
so
mean-
it literally is this.
I think we all just built the best float possible.
Best
man.
float
It sounded
ever.
like everyone just thought of the word float.
I don't think
Everything that floats.
I think nobody thought of floats since high school.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So that immediately you just said, what else is afloat? and I'm
tried to
gonna
make it
put
fun.
those things
Hey,
on.
but you know what? I think it's creative.
I didn't want to be like, I want a skyscraper on my float because like it's a skyscraper. Like
Well, why not?
I don't want a skyscraper. I want a floating float with the float with the
That's fair.
floats.
My
I
only,
do too.
my
I want
only
the floats.
question to Duncan is:
Yeah.
are we flooding a city then?
Yes,
To-
like
oh,
the
all
water
right.
is gonna be there.
Okay.
There's lots of water.
All right.
That's never happened.
Give the
before.
man $4.
Give it 4 nights.
Give him his $4.
4 ducks. That's it.
That has never happened before on Q&A.
Well,
That's funny.
You guys were all on the same brain wavelength.
We were all
or
on the same
something.
float.
Yeah, you're floating on the same wavelength.
That's. I mean, that's if any
Wait,
there's
hold
a
on.
sign.
I got one more question.
Okay.
Duncan, did AI supply you with a good image? of what this would
I
be?
literally went to Adobe Firefly and I'm like, okay, nah, and didn't do it. Straight up.
because it wasn't working.
I was,
tried.
no, I was like, this isn't gonna happen. Like, there's no world where this is gonna happen.
That's real.
So theirs can hold
Somebody
the-
out there, not Adobe AI,
Yeah.
create us a floating float with a bunch of floats, and you know what I'm talking
With
about.
people drinking floats.
I mean, we're all picturing it right now.
We all know
We know
exactly
this
how
float.
this float should look.
Oh man,
So somebody out there create it.
Everyone but AI is picturing this.
you can see it.
AI just can't comprehend the awesome power.
Too many floats. What are you gonna do? Too many floats.
Too many floats.
Well,
Oh, I
somebody's-
forgot one. I wrote this down too.
Yeah.
Moon shoes. They gotta have moon shoes.
Because you're floating.
They're
floating.
everybody who's walking or in
Everybody's got moon
vicinity's
shoes.
gotta have the moon
Yeah,
shoes
yeah,
on.
yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
discontinued toy that you jump
Right,
in the
right,
black
right.
Yeah.
circles. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
moon
yeah.
shoes.
discontinued.
Moon
You know,
shoes.
there's a conspiracy behind
And
discontinued
by the way,
toys.
conspiracy videos right here.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that because I can do it. There's a circle.
yeah,
pops
I'm not
out.
doing
okay,
it. It's
okay.
right there.
I'm not doing
I'm not doing
I
it.
can do it.
Is it still there?
It lasts for like 30 seconds.
Okay. We're gonna move on to the next segment called Improv-ing Your Chances.
Okay.
So-
So one of us is going to get one more duck.
What? Yeah. I mean, you all answered
It's even.
great.
It's very, yeah.
Good job, guys.
Good job, team.
Teamwork.
Christi, yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the float work.
You didn't answer. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you don't get this.
You know,
So we're gonna grab some flashcards.
I like that.
I want.
And you guys are gonna pitch your idea. 10-second pitch. Best pitch gets an extra duck.
Ooh, simple as quack.
to cut into our thinking time.
If one of you guys gets float, so help me.
Oh man.
Got it.
All right, Ryan,
ready.
Give me your pitch.
House potato. So you know the couch potato
I
in
was
your
hoping
life,
you'd say
right?
that.
And so the house potato is pretty similar, except they just stay in their house. They don't ever
Oh.
leave.
It's a derogatory term.
No.
Quit
Oh.
being a house potato.
Yeah, it's just like they're
And
the
live
home-
your life
They're
outside.
the bad version of like a homebody. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
they just stay there
Yeah.
and never leave.
yeah, that's right.
House
Okay.
potato.
You even said it with the nice house potato.
House potato.
Squidward.
Yes.
You know those house potatoes out there.
House
You
potato.
might be a house potato. It's time for you to get out of the house.
But not
I've
if you're
got,
watching
like,
Q&A. You keep
experience.
watching it.
Yeah.
Experience life outside your home. All right.
Okay.
You got it.
Well, I got the taxi traffic light. It's a different traffic light, not like the regular ones. It's only for taxis because we moved them onto different roads because it's just the taxi roads and there's the regular car roads, and this is a traffic light that's just for the taxis. That's all I got.
So it's just for the taxi.
Just for the
I
taxis. We have a
apologize.
regular traffic light
How
and a taxi traffic
confusing
light.
would that be for if you were driving?
This one's
Ew.
yellow and checkered, and they only look at that one to see when they go.
That's better. That's a better pitch. All right.
Yeah, improved your
All right.
chances. Oh.
We got a chair key.
Okay.
And quite simply, this is for people who can't keep track of their keys. And so there's just a whole chair attached to their keychain.
Oh.
Guaranteed not losing, but with the benefit of always having a place to sit.
Wow, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
I like
That's
that.
good.
I kind of like Duncan. I kind of like your idea there.
I don't know why.
He threw it out there at the end there. So I'm gonna.
I'll take it.
The fact that it was pure chaos.
Fair.
It's pure chaos.
Fair.
All right.
Got a lot of ducks here.
Time
Traffic
for
taxi.
the hat.
Bam!
Boop, boop.
I want to win.
Let's
I'm going
see
to win.
who had the
Pretty
best
even odds.
float answer.
We'll find out.
Everyone.
Everyone
I
wins.
pulled it out.
Everyone
It's just
wins.
not one of these colors.
Yeah, I know. What?
It's pink.
The
Christi,
your second win. Wow.
Wow, good job.
Nice
You started-
work.
I think you had the original creativity there.
That
'cause
was
you went-
really good.
yeah.
You
You
did
went
start.
first.
Yep.
Don't
So,
forget the traffic.
Another duck. Oh,
Quack.
two ducks.
Two more ducks.
Quack.
Quack, 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 quack,
Yeah, it was
quack.
taxi traffic light or traffic light taxi?
Taxi traffic light.
Traffic light.
There you go.
All right.
She made it fit this time.
Kind of.
I feel like last time you were like, hello? Hello, are you there?
Good job, everybody, and way to answer.
Happy
If
homecoming.
we've proved anything, is that AI is not better than us.
That's what we
It's true.
proved.
We're better than AI.
We should
Yes.
title this video, AI's not better than us. No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't.
You're better than AI.
You're better than
So
AI.
we want to hear your answer to this question. If,
Well, it's just going to be a float.
it's,
I mean,
we know
we
it's
all
going to be a
want that,
float. So
You should comment flow.
comment float, other variations of float. If you have any
What a
more
weird
ideas.
episode.
If you have more questions, we would love to hear them.
Oh, yeah.
We want to answer your questions specifically on other episodes. Put your questions in the comments. We'll look through them. We have a list of questions, but if you put yours in the comments, you go to the top of the list.
That's right.
Hey, yo.
that's right.
All the way to the top.
Dip it top.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, ding.
I don't know if anybody's even hit the bell before.
I'll be honest, I've never hit a bell.
Oh, I've never done that.
Never
I've hit
a
the bell for some people.
Never hit a bell for YouTube. We're not going to ask you to hit a bell. Don't hit a bell.
But if you want to,
No, you
Don't.
now's your chance.
Don't hit the
The
bell.
only reason
don't
why
hit
you
the
hit
bell.
the only reason why I hit the bell.
hit the bell.
The only reason why I hit the bell.
If you're interested, you'll come back.
That's true, but also it'll tell you when the next one comes out. That's all it does.
See you later.